Okay, I have some Shinko, what is Trailmaster E705. So basically 705 Shinkos. They even though they have a name for the tires, they also have a number, and most people use the numbers. And it seems like Shinko uses the numbers too. I don't think I've ever seen anyone ever use the name for the tire for Shinkos. Even Shinko themselves use the numbers. It's kind of odd. So these are 90 21s, 54H. So 54 is the load. H is speed rating. H speeding rating is 130 miles per hour maximum. These ones are tubeless tires. So that's interesting. Also, they are both directional, front and rear. Let's see when were they made. They were made on the 18th week of 2021. So they are, let me see, it's February right now, so it's not quite a year yet. It's coming on to a year. 18 weeks, that would be March. No, let's see, each month has 4 weeks. 4, 8, 12. Oh, that would be April. So it was made in April. Let's see, what else with this thing? So it's also MS rated. So MS means mud and snow. Let's see, what else do I see here? Yeah, you see right there, speed rating max. This one says 131. The other one, like the rear one, says 130. That's funny. They're both age rated. I think that's it. So these are block tires, not knobbies. Right. So when you look at dual sport tires, there's basically two types of dual sport tires. There's blocks and there's knobbies. So let me go to the front of my 300. So you can see the two difference here. So here you have not blocks, and here you have knobbies. So these are blocks are more street oriented, more street focused, and knobbies are a little bit more dirt. And when you say it's more dirt, it doesn't mean it's a dirt tire, dirt bike tire, because dirt bike tires are, straight up for dirt or whatever type of dirt, soft, hard pack, mud, whatever. Whereas dual sport tires, when they're more dirt focused, the knobs are, compared to dirt bike tires, the knobs are not as tall. So dual sport knobs are a little bit shorter, but also the knobs are closer together. So you see how close this is. On dirt bike tires, the knobs are a little bit further apart, so that way they could clear mud and such. Whereas dual sport, they don't clear mud as well. But nonetheless, these are still, more dirt focused than the blocks are. So the blocks are, for example, like 80-20. When you ever hear numbers like 80-20 or 50-50, whatever, the first number refers to road percentage of use in road, and the second number is percentage use on dirt. So these are, I think these are 80-20s or maybe 70-30s. So basically 70% dirt and 70% road and 30% dirt. And these ones over here, I think these are closer to 50-50s, dirt road / dirt. So that's the main difference between dual sport tires and this my CRF here. My CRF, I'm basically gonna be mostly riding on pavement. I mean, I need to ride most of the miles is gonna be on pavement, so I need to ride a lot of pavement to get to dirt. And when I get to dirt, I'm not doing dirt. I'm not doing real off-roading, like single track and such. At least I don't plan on doing single track. I might do it every once in a while, but every rare while. But the main focus for this bike is doing dirt roads, like fire roads and various dirt roads. So this should be fine for that purpose. Let's get back park over here. Oops. Oops. God dang it. Oh. Okay, so that was weird. My gimbal just went all whack on me. I'm not sure if I hit the button or what, but anyways. So yeah, so anyways, these are block tires. I want to do the weight on it, check out the weight, and also let's see how stiff it is first. So let me do a stiffness, see how stiff the sidewall is basically. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit on the tire and see how much it flexes. So yeah, this is a 21-inch tire, so it's kind of high. So I'm about 135 pounds, but naked with street clothes on, I'm about 140 pounds. So the front tire is not as stiff as the rear. It's flexing more. You can see that, especially the bottom. You can see that. Right, squatting down more. So that's that. So again, the numbers here. This number over here is 54. H54 is the load rating. So how much load it could handle. So 54 is, the lower the number is, the lower the load is. I think the rear one I have is 62. So 62 handles more weight than 54. So that's why it flexes a little bit more. So that's that. And the other thing I want to do is weigh it, right? The purpose of this video is to weigh them. The main purpose, anyways, besides the overview look of it. So here's my Park Tool bicycle scale. Used to weigh bicycles. I used to be a cyclist, and I was somewhat of a weight weenie, and I could get away with that. Being only 135 pounds, I could get away with being a weight weenie. So I don't need big burly parts, and I can get away with those ultralight parts. But anyways, I still have it from my bicycle days. So let's zero it out. Let me actually raise the camera angle a little bit. It's kind of high. Just a little bit more. Okay. So it's 11 pounds, 2 ounces. 11 pounds, 2 ounces. Set it back down, zero it out, and do one more time. 11 pounds, 2 ounces. Okay, so there you go. So it's still a heavy tire. Again, dual sport tires tend to be kind of heavy because I think dirt bike tires, for the most part, one reason why they're heavy is because you're running, when you're going off-road, you tend to run lower pressures. And to run lower pressure, you need to have the sidewall to be stiffer, so it could handle the lower pressure. Otherwise, it just squats in it, and that's not good for the tire. And also, when it squats like that, it's more likely that the bead will unseat from its position in the rim. You don't want that. Otherwise, if that happens, you're gonna lose control. It's kind of like having a blowout. So in some ways they're kind of stiff and heavy, but in other ways you want them to be not too stiff, where if you're out on a trail and you get a puncture and you need to fix the flat, and if it's a tube, you need to be able to pull the tube out. You need to put in a new tube or patch that old tube up. So you need to be able to spoon the tire off on and off pretty easily, or not too difficult anyways. Because some tires, man, it's really, really difficult to spoon the bead on and off, the tire on and off. So that's where you want, there's a certain compromise. You want the tire to be stiff enough, but at the same time, not so stiff where it's difficult to spoon the tire off when you're on the side of the trail. Otherwise, you can't spoon it at all. That means you have to basically ride it flat back, back to wherever you came from. So we looked at the tire. Oh yeah, and again, I think I mentioned this earlier, but it's a tubeless tire. So I'm not sure why this front one's tubeless and my rear one is a tube type. So I guess Shinko, for the same model, the 705s, depending on what size you get, some of them are tubeless and some of them are tube type. So So I guess the tubeless ones are meant for like an adventure bike with either, you know, cast wheels or tubeless spoke wheels, whereas the tube type is for more like dual sport type bikes where you have to use a tube because the rim, you know, the rim is not a tubeless, the rim and the wheel is not a tubeless rim and wheel. So anyways, yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching.